Here we are in your famous kitchen.
Yes, we are.
I know it mostly from your posts, like this one with your boyfriend.
Yeah, we did this one with a tripod and self-timer on the iPhone. Like, many people always ask me how we do those couple pictures because it's kind of strange to have someone taking it.
And within 3 years, you got that many followers?
Yeah, it's quite hard in the beginning, but like once you get in, it's easier because you realize what is running well, and it's easier to grow if you already have a following, because like if you go on a profile and you already see 200,000 people following that person, probably that's good content.
You have like a theme that goes throughout your profile.
Yeah, I do. It's very colorful, but I still try to keep it clean somehow so that it's not too...
Not too messy?
Yeah, not too messy, so that you have something to focus on. And then I like to keep the background like here, like white, and not so much information in the background.
Do you think that's also a bit of your success story or the recipe for success?
I think it's very important to have a specific style of pictures, so that like if you scroll through your feed and you see my picture, you will immediately know it's my picture without seeing my name. That's very important.
Okay, so you know exactly what your unique selling point is.
I do. I think I have to.
What is it?
Well, it's my pictures, it's my content, because that's why people follow me, and that's what is the most important to me. My content is the most important thing for me. I even put it over collaborations. Like, I'd rather not do a collaboration with a brand if there are restrictions. Like, I really want my content to be as I want it to be, and I don't want anyone to tell me how I have to do my content.
This is also one of the rooms that we see a lot.
It is.
All of your shoes. And you also recently took a picture here that was sponsored by Universal Pictures. And I was wondering, how do you decide? You just mentioned you don't collaborate with every brand. How do you decide on which one do you do and which one not?
Well, first of all, I have to like the brand and the product. And then it's very important to me that I have a lot of freedom in how I create my content, because in the end, it is my platform. I know my followers, I know what they want to see, and I know how to create the best content for the brand. And that's very important for me.
What do they say if you come and say, well, I don't want to do it that way?
Well, usually I also explain how I do it, so they have an idea of what I have in mind, and then usually they agree, and in the end they are very happy about it too. Like, because often they don't really see what I see or the ideas I have. Like, they are very focused on their product and the information of the product, but it's way more important to give inspiration and to have a beautiful scenery and to make the product look beautiful on the picture.
So it's like telling a story.
It's about telling a story. Yeah, exactly. It's always about telling a story.
Mm-hmm. So I mentioned you did a picture in this room, which was a paid partnership with Universal Pictures to promote 50 Shades of Grey, or the new movie. How come in a showroom? What is the connection to the movie?
In that case, the concept was, there was the premiere in Paris, and the concept was to do a story during the whole week. And so we started with the picture here in the showroom. I was packing my suitcase for Paris, and that was the concept. And then the next day I posted a picture in Paris with the stuff you saw on the picture, like with the dress and with the shoes. And then there was another picture following me at or after the actual movie premiere. So that was like a whole story, and then it makes sense if you know it. Like,
is it you approaching brands? Is it them? Do you work with agencies?
It's always a brand or an agency that approaches me. I never approach brands because I'm lucky now to have started 8 years ago, so I don't have to, because I was one of the first, and then I just got in. So usually I got an email from either an agency or the brand itself with a briefing or just with a request if I'm generally interested in working with that brand or for that product. And then I send a quote. Sometimes they also want a concept for me, like what makes most sense. I also have the blog, not only Instagram, so sometimes it makes sense to do something on the blog and on Instagram to like cross promote. And then I prepare all the content for the blog or Instagram, it depends. And I always send a preview before it goes live so that the brand can approve it. And then once it's live, I wait for about 2 weeks, and then after that we do a reporting, like how many people we reach with that post, how many likes we gained, how many products we sold, etc. And then the invoice follows.
You even know how many products they sold?
Yes, it depends. Like when I do an Instagram post, it's not possible because I can't add any link. But for example, in stories, I can add a swipe up link, and then you can do a tracking link, and you basically see what is sold.
Do you get paid per post on Instagram and per post on the blog? How does that work?
Exactly. There are different ways to work, but I only work with payment per post on Instagram. There's a different rate on Instagram, or for story, or for Facebook, or for the blog. We also do package deals, or if it's a long-term collaboration, of course, it's cheaper.
How much does an influencer get paid per post in Switzerland?
That's very different, but like the standard is about 10 francs per 1,000 followers. So in my case, that would mean I'd earn about 3,000 per post, which is not the case because it also depends on how much following you have in Switzerland, for example, if I work with Swiss brands. And as there are people who have much less followers, but a higher percentage of the Swiss followers, of course they can charge a higher rate.
Okay. And what kind of brands do you approach? Do you have a lot of Swiss brands or international brands?
It's 50-50 actually.
So Michelle, we are here in your bathroom. You just mentioned that you don't need to pay for your brush or your body lotion. What is sponsored here? What amount of products?
Everything. It's really everything. It's crazy. Like these are mascaras, these are cheap eyeshadows, these are expensive eyeshadows, and these are eyeliners. And it's really all sponsored. I got all these things for free, but I always get them non-binding. I don't have to do anything, and I don't really do anything. Sometimes I do makeup tutorials, and then of course I show the products I use, but it doesn't depend if it's sponsored or if I buy it myself.
Why do you get paid for your posts?
Well, in the end, it's influencer marketing and it's advertising, and it's very good advertising because I'm basically just like you. I'm a normal human, and that's why many people trust me. And that's why it's so important for me to only accept brands and products I like, because the whole platform is about me and my readers care about my opinion. And that's why it's so much worse to have someone like me to present a product and show people how to use it and the benefits and why I like it personally. It's a very personal kind of advertising. So I only promote products which are good or which I think are good.
But maybe if the money would be enough?
No. Even if the brand is very, very nice, even if the product is amazing, if I can't do my own content, like to be completely free, I do not accept it.